What's the first wisdom? Yeah, why he choose him, choose the among them. First.
He know Rasul from his birth.
Minhum. This is minhum. But ummiyin. I'll be back to this. Ummiyin.
Like the miracle of the Prophet.
To show the miracle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That the miracle, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Quran being revealed to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one who doesn't know how to read or to write, and they know that he doesn't know how to read and write. So it's not made it himself. He's educated person who went to great universities and can have skills in writing and poetry, and of course he will be he's smart man in meaning. But the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam was smart, but he's not a writer or a reader. He didn't learn in anywhere. So this is first to show the miracle of the Prophet. Number two, to speak, to connect with them, because he's like them, and this is important. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He said, this is the second one. We talked yesterday about minhum among them, and we said the reason that minhum is, what's the reason? What's the wisdom? That Allah, He didn't bring somebody from Persia to lead the Arabs. First of all, the communication purpose, speak their language. The second one, that you know him, he grew up with them, and we talked about this yesterday. That, and this is very important, we talked good criteria for the believers always you have to know the people, you know the background of the people. Don't just, if you don't know the background, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you choose the messengers first of all for the communication purpose, speak the language, understand the culture. There is things when I'm making da'wah, and the people, I don't know their culture. I don't know what's make them upset or happy, what's they considered respectful or not is not respectful. And I came, they go, I do something from ignorancy, and they're not going to like it. If they're not going to like it because I don't know their customs, they say, we're not going to listen to you.
Or if you don't know their language, they don't.
If you don't know the language, they will say, oh, how are you going to, we don't understand you. لا نفقه كثيرا مما تقول. We don't understand most of what you are saying. This is why the communication is very important, and the trust is very important, and knowing the culture is very important. This is the dangers of three obstacles for da'wah. If you don't have good language to communicate with the people, if you don't know the customs of the people and their tradition and you know their culture. And number three, if the people, they don't know you, they don't trust you. These three big obstacles for that. If you bring three of them together, it means nobody's going to listen to you. If you cannot talk, you will not communicate, you don't know the culture, sometimes you say things that they see it very negative. And it's normal in your culture. And many examples. Can you please give he made 10 copies?
Yeah, but they're back to back.
Actually, no problem. It's better.
Less paper.
Less paper. But he cannot 3 pages. He cannot put 3 pages in one. Right? So you cannot give them 1 page.
No, two of them are the same.
Very good. No, 2 of them, they're not the same. We have 3 pages.
There's 2 page 9s. 1 page 10.
Oh.
Okay, so you missed one. This one.
He will make more copies. Okay. What was the job of this Rasulan minhum? What Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam required to do? This is job description of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What's in his job description? The first one. يتلو عليهم. First tilawat يتلو عليهم آياتي. Tilawat al-Quran is the first things that the Prophet ﷺ is going to do. He recite the Quran. And the tilawa for the Arab, it's enough to hear the Quran. They know Arabic very well. The Quran, it came with their language. So you don't need translation. Most of the time you don't even need tafsir. Most of the time. They hear it, go directly to them to understand it. And this is the criteria of it. Quran for the Arabs, when they hear the Quran, they understand it. They don't need tafsir. They don't need translation. So the tilawa of the Quran, it was by itself a mission of the Prophet ﷺ. He would go and recite the new ayat for them. And a lot of people, they just listen to the Quran and they become Muslims. They don't do any other, they don't need a lot of explanation. Because Quran has itself, it's explained itself. And came with a beautiful language and for them. So, job number 1, deliver what Allah gave you through Jibreel alayhi salam. Deliver the ayat. This is number 1. What's the task number 2 or the job number 2?
وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ, purify.
وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ.
Purify them.
And this is very important. Tazkiyah, you can read the Quran, but the Tazkiyah, Quran guide you, Quran tell you what should be, but for Tazkiyah you need somebody with you to tell you what's wrong. And this is why the job of the Prophet ﷺ, the Tazkiyah that Rasul is doing through the Jama'ah, through the brotherhood, through the being with them. Because how we fix ourselves. I can believe and they see the Quran is the truth, but I can still, and this is what a lot of people, they don't do. They call people for Islam. People, they see the truth. They read the Quran, they see the truth. But they didn't go through the purification. Purification is a procedure for people who came from Jahiliyyah. You have people like you have a lot of dust on you. You have a lot of dirt. You have a lot of najasa. You need to go through washing, cleaning, purification. And this is the Prophet ﷺ's job. To see them. أَن تَمْرِئٍ لَا زَالَتْ فِيكَ جَاهِلِيَّةٌ. You are, Ya Aba Dharr, a person that you have still dirt in you. You still have some jahiliyyah. Go clean yourself. You need somebody to see the weakness and purify you. A lot of people, they came to Islam and they never went through this stage, the stage of clean up. And they go to the other stage. وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةِ. Scholars teach you the Quran, teach you the hadith, they memorize, and they skip the purification. These people, they become the best recipe for hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. منافق عليم اللسان يجادل بالقرآن. Hypocrites that has great tongue and has great knowledge of the Quran. أخوف ما أخاف على أمتي. The most dangerous for the ummah, a person, very good speaker, with a lot of knowledge of Quran, but he is or she is a hypocrite. So Rasul ﷺ, what he said, you have to be, the Rasul ﷺ's job, it's to help the Sahaba to purify themselves. And this is a long time procedure. This is not 1 day or 2 days. The purification, it takes years. It takes long time. And takes sohbah. And takes somebody and trust. There is people, when you talk to them, when you explain the mistakes, they will get angry at you. They don't come back. It's true. We've been in this for a long time. People, when you give them advice, they don't come back to you. Because you don't want somebody to tell them their weaknesses. And the truthful person, when you find somebody to give you your weaknesses and show you the dust, things that you still have. You know what the Sahaba used to say? رحم الله امرئ, Abu Bakr and Umar and all the Sahaba. أهدى إلي عيوبي. May Allah put His mercy in a person who gave me a great gift. The great gift is my weaknesses and my sins and the dust that they have, the jahiliyyah that they have. They used to thank people when they advised them. Because every believer, as Rasul said, he or she is a mirror. Al-mu'minu mir'atu akhi. If you don't have mirror, if you don't have person that you trust and you give you your weaknesses, tell you what's wrong, what's not wrong, you are a very dangerous place. If you don't accept somebody to be your mirror, mirror reflect. If you have something in your head, the mirror tell you. If your clothes are not fixed, the mirror show you. If your behavior is not good, your brother or your sister will reflect the things that need to be changed. If we don't have mirror, there is people, nobody, they don't let anybody advise them. They created like a barrier between them. I have a twin brother. It's a great gift that you have a twin brother. Twin brother, yes, it's my twin, identical twin. And twin brother, he's the toughest with me. And I like it. To each other. We are very close to each other. Everything. And always in your face, right with wrong. But because you don't have barriers. Your brother tell you this, tell you that, you said that, you said this. And this is the greatest things to have. To have somebody that show you the weakness, not to bring you down, to strengthen you, to make you better, to make you stronger. But if you close or if you break all the mirrors, if you hide all the mirrors, you don't want to see, you don't want to look to yourself, you don't want anybody to give you advice, you're not going to arrive to the level of tazkiyah, purification. Tazkiyah needs somebody to help you, to show you the weaknesses. A lot of people, they don't have this. Sometimes we don't. We create this distance. And sometimes the culture itself, it's culture of not sharing the advice. Everybody is a king. Everybody is right. When you talk, we grow up, I told the brother here, there is here, with all respect, we have a completely different culture. We grow up, people, when we talk, I have an idea, everybody can jump and give a different idea with a good motivation. No, this is how you strengthen your thoughts. People, they talk to you. No, this idea is wrong. I have this idea. So we grew up, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, it's very healthy that the people, with all respect, they're my best friends. But when they have ideas and debate and discussion, tough with you when you thoughts or on behavior. This is how you grow up. This is how you become stronger. This is how you purify yourself. Sometimes you come to the communities, it's a crime to even give a different opinion. It's a crime to talk. The same mentality in many Muslim countries. And also sometimes we get this culture to talk about a person, but talk about, now we don't talk about the king and everybody. These they have more stats than the Prophet ﷺ. For them, you can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot even say a word about it. The Sahaba radiallahu anhu, whoever you are, people they created a free environment so that people can talk. This is how we purify. This is ourselves. This is what we can do better. This is what the Khulafa used to say. Allah will put mercy in you if you criticize me. Allah will put mercy of you if you show me my weaknesses. This is the strong people do that. The weak, the empty people, they don't let people talk about them. But the strong people, the sincere people, they don't have any problem that the people talk about them. So sometimes here it's just to say a different approach. Everybody, astaghfirullah, how come you talk? How come you have a different opinion? Cannot, it's like crime. So the purification, the cleanup of the community, the cleanup of the individual have to go through the procedure of tazkiyah. And the tazkiyah come from, this is the second job of the Prophet ﷺ. You know the truth, it's not enough. Yatlul kitab, you know this book's from Allah, it's not enough. You need the jama'ah. You need the people, you need somebody that you trust to tell you this is wrong and this is what. And you have to ask for it. Please help me.